We're going to talk about circles. What is a circle and what would the equation of a circle be? Well, a circle has two parameters. It has a center point, which we will put at the origin, and it has something called the radius, which is just a number, a positive number. I'll call it R units. Actually, it's not a number, it's a number of units. Maybe it's 3 inches, maybe it's 7 feet, 2 centimeters, but no, I was mistaken. It's not a number. The radius equals 7 makes no sense. It's 7 units. Okay. So you have the center, call it C for center, at 0, 0. And the circle is a collection or a set of points that are all R units away from the center. This point gets to be on the circle because the distance from the center is R. The distance from this point to the center is R. This point gets to be on the circle because the distance between that point and the center is R. This point gets to be on the circle because this distance is R. This point does not get to be on the circle because the distance from this point to the center point is not R. In fact, all of these points are units away from the center. A circle given a center and a radius R is the set of all points that are R units away from the center. Let's even write R units. So now let's find the general equation of a circle. So here's the point 0, 0, x-axis, y-axis. How does this point, this arbitrary point, get to be on the circle? Well, you can use the Pythagorean theorem if you like. The reason this point is xy is because that distance is y, and this distance is x. So let me write x. That distance is x, and that distance is r. And I want it to be r. So Pythagoras would say, oh, x squared plus y squared equals r squared. This here, this equation, it's a circle. It contains every point that is exactly r units from the center. This is a set of points, a collection of points, and this equation right here describes the set of points. Now, just want to talk about one other thing. If you watched my earlier video, I said that if you take a string and you tie one end down here and one end down here, and you pulled very taut, you pulled the string taut, and you went all the way around the top half, with a pencil in the middle, you would sketch that out. And now, if you now put the string down here, if you now put the string down here and you pull it, you put your pencil there and you pull all the way to the right and you sketch out, you would get a ellipse. That is the definition of an ellipse. Well, a circle is an ellipse. The big difference is that each foci is at the center. So what really happens is the following. You have both ends of the string tied down. There's your string above. And then later on, to do the bottom half, we'll put the string below. Now, if you were to come here and go out like that, pull it nice and tight, you get that point. And then if you pulled out in that direction, you'll get that point. And if you pulled out in this direction, you'd get this point. And out here, you'd get that point. And basically, you'd get something that looks like that. And now, you come to the bottom half. You put your pin right here, and you pull out. Maybe you'll end up here. Pull out. Pull this out. And what's going to happen is you're going to get a circle. The closer the 2 points are, the closest the 2 foci are going to be, the closer you're going to get to a circle. This one would almost be a circle, not quite. You put these 2 points even closer together. You move the left one to the right and the right one a little bit to the left. Maybe now they're here and here. Well, it is hard to draw, but I think you get the point. Instead of being here and here, you now get closer. And instead of being there and there where you pin down or tack down their endpoints of the string, maybe you go here and here, even closer. The closer you get, the closer you will be resembling a circle. When they're both in the same point, both meaning the end of the string, you take this point and that point and you tack them down right at the center and you sketch out what you can, you will get a circle. So an ellipse, regardless of what anyone tells you, a circle is an ellipse. Again, a circle is an ellipse. What's special about it? Why do we call it a circle why do we usually call it a circle instead of an ellipse? Because an ellipse has foci. One focus here and one focus here, where the blue dots are. All that happens is in a circle, each of one focus is right on top of the other. So it's a special ellipse, also known as a circle. That completes this video on circles.